Hey everybody, it's Miriam here at Paperwheelz Studio. Hope you're all having a wonderful and amazing weekend. I know that I am. So I hope that you are as well. Let's see, we're not going to need this ruler, so I'm going to lay it to the side here. I'm kind of getting things situated on my desk before I start creating while I'm talking to you. I am completing the 100-day project, and we're on day, I believe, 93. Just don't quote me on that. I'm not quite 100% sure. But I think this is when it is the 93rd video. So we're on the final countdown. And if I could have music, you know what song would be playing. The final countdown, right? But YouTube doesn't allow that. So I think we'll just not play any music today. What I have that I wanted to work on today, I have tons of ephemera laying on my desk. And rather than put it away, I want to use it up. I don't want to have to put it away. So I thought, I have these pieces here from leftover from old card making and scrapbooking days. And they're just screaming clusters at me. So what I thought I could do is leave these nice pretty sides. If you wanted to write on the back of them, you'd have a pretty side. Some of them might just be glued down and we'll decorate that pretty side. So that's my plan for the day, is to simply decorate these large label clusters. Then you can take this cluster at this size and you could put it on the front of a pocket. You could put it on the front of a smaller journal. And you could just use them for anything your little heart desires. My plan is to make a bunch of them, and then I can pull from them. Like this one might look really cool on an envelope. And then again, it might look really cool as a journal card in a small pocket. So I'm going to start out with, let's do a round one and an oval one. And we got a couple of these funky ones. We'll just lay them here in case I run into a piece of ephemera that might work. So I have all these pieces here. And I brought this along. If you have pieces like this, you could use these. You could copy dye them or ink them up with your daubers or any of your inks, and you could use these for bases as well. I wanted to show you that, so I did bring one along. Other than that, that's what we've got. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8. Reminds me of an old cheer from grade school. Who do we appreciate? All right, so we got these. And I'm just going to dig through my ephemera box here. See what I have that could be layered on here to make some beautiful cluster-like pieces. I have this corner, and I thought about maybe using that on one of these. So I'm going to lay it here to the side so I don't have to dig again. And I'm just kind of seeing what, there's a beautiful flower sticker that we could use. So a little bumblebee. Tried to use that in the last video. It didn't quite work, did he? I'm going to pull out some stickers. And we'll keep these fairly simple. Ooh, look at that beautiful pink butterfly. So we'll lay that there. My other Tim Holtz guy is way too large for this project. But I have some smaller ticket pieces here. So I'm just, again, rummaging through the pot, so to speak. Looking for whatever might work with these. Here's a very large bumblebee that might look really cool to layer here. Or large, I'm not fond of this spider, but it's in there. I also have a very large colorful bird, but let's lay him to the side, see what else I've got. Okay, there's a, what is that, a mayfly, dragonfly, something that flies. I'm not good at bugs and trees, y'all. So I also have some rub-ons. That's looking enticing. Couple there. I think I might have a few more down in here. Here's a beautiful sticker, and here's a very pretty bird that's been fussy cut. Some more labels, another pretty butterfly, another bird like here. So we just, I just have lots of things. Let me pull out these larger things, and for now I'm just going to lay them to the side so that I can get down in here to, ooh, there's a pretty butterfly too. And I've been trying to use this blue butterfly in something for quite a long time, so he needs to be used today. We'll put him on whatever he happens to fit on, I think. Okay, let's see what else I have here. Have some pretty gold butterflies. There's another bird. These butterflies are not yet glued back together. There's a tiny Tim Holtz person. And another butterfly. One of my little cottage girls is down in here. We can't leave her in the bottom. She needs used on something. Alright, so there we go. We got a load. Oh, I like those. And here's one more that is very pretty too, I think. Little label. See, I just can't quit dinging in my ephemera, can I? Little tiny butterfly, little label, a little bumblebee, a little cloth flower that really needs to be with my cloth flowers. A randomy piece of lace. Okay. So, I got some things out here that we can work with now. I think I saw another person. Did I? Oh well, let's put these pieces down here and we'll go from there. Not you today, Mr. Bug. You get to go back in the ephemera box. Ah! No! Here we go. Say it again. Not today, ephemera. You're going back. So there we go. I think we have lots of pretties to choose from now. So, I like you, but you gotta bring up we can probably salvage that wing. Alrighty, so now we just need to find some kind of basey type pieces, which that would look super cool if I straighten my circle up. And so would this. And then add a few little labels or something with it, and, or even, do we want to put a flower on here with him? No. Man, that circle is crooked. I cut that. It was not a very good job, was it? Look at that dent in there. Let's just cut this better. Do we really want to use it? Yeah, why not? We might, you know what? Yeah, let's use it. I just can't make up my mind, you know, sometimes how that goes. Have a hard time deciding. I think these may have already been, this one looks very inked already. Yeah, let's just do it. Where's the glue stick? I laid it over here, so. Yeah, I'm just using a glue stick. Yes, you will get on a piece of ephemera before the day is up, so lay right there, my dear. Must have left my glue stick open a little longer than I needed to today, but here we are. I am in the 100-day project, as I said. That's where you get in your craft room, you record, or you make a craft, do whatever project you like. Some people do art journaling for 100 days, crafting of some kind. I just did junk journal type items because that's what I make in my craft room these days. There, that looks good. I like that. Now that that's on there, I do like it. So let's see if we have a few little, here's a little pretty flower that might work on here, which we can try. Is that too much? Is that too much? Let's see if we have it in a slightly different color, but I don't know if I do. Don't think I do. I'm not seeing it if I do. Here's a tiny little label. That look okay on here? Yeah, I think better than the flower. Let's do a label. Put a label here. Alright, so let me get a little bit of white edge. Let me see if I can ink it with my dauber. Get rid of it. I'm also inking the end of my finger, if you caught that. But with these little ones, it's kind of hard not to. You use that ink on your fingers and then you look, and I'm not being critical about anyone who smokes, but it looks like the dark fingers of somebody whose fingers are tobacco stained from their smoking. Years and years and years, like what you might see in, say, a nursing home or long-term care facility. But I think a lot of them have gone to, I know the one where my partner's mother is, they've gone to no smoking at all. They're not allowed to do any smoking in the building unless you were grandfathered in, so to speak. We want to put, I think I want this Exhibit A. Do we want curiosities? Oh, I'm getting attacked by my lace drawer, my snippet lace drawer. Okay, so we got Exhibit A. I don't think we'll have enough room to put more than just the Exhibit A on this one, but we shall see what we have when we're done. Exhibit A. Yes, I like it. I do like that. This is just a bone folder that came in a Cricut kit that came with a Cricut when I purchased it at a yard sale. It's one of the older Cricuts. It works good. Had it to do over again, I probably wouldn't have gotten it just because of knowing the I love the not just using the Cricut. I would love to have one that fussy cuts. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And this one you cannot fussy cut because it's one of the older ones. I just want to take and download a, you know, one of these digitals with a fussy cuts on it and just let my machine do the work for me. But I like to play. I just don't want the work that you have to do to prepare for the playing. Okay, so the A is not there. Some of these are a little older, so gotta give it just a little bit more TLC to get it off here. Don't look like they're on there yet either, but maybe they are. There we go. Exhibit A. And because these are older, I'm going to use my finger and just kind of push that down good. And now we have that. Really, I think that's all it needs. It's ready to be used somewhere. On a journal page, tag, envelope, whatever you might like to use it on. And this one here just so happens to want to be on here. So let's get the little girl over here. And maybe we could put some kind of a flower with her. And there's a pretty butterfly. Oh yeah, that would be beautiful. So let's just see. Let's put this on here as if it is a framed photo. And we want to keep her inside. So I'm going to trim her little decoration up here. We'll trim it. You know what? I'm just going to trim the majority of it off here. There we go. That'll look cute. Because I don't want her to go outside the circle. I'll keep her in the circle. I think I need to take this corner just a wee bit. I don't know if it's not straight, but it seems to be not fitting my circle very well. So we're going to just do this maybe as a means to straighten her out. Then just kind of, there we go. Much better. Okay, let's get glue on her backside. This is one of those, when I use the wax and wax some of my pieces, this is one of those from that time. So it looks really, it's very see-through, as you can see. And there won't be anything behind it, but I just think it'll look neat like a portrait. Almost like a little portrait of her. And these are the cottage kids. You've heard me talk about them multiple times if you've been around my channel. If you're new, these are available on My Porch Prints on Etsy. I just get the kits that have the fussy cuts and add-ons and then cut them out so I can use them. I didn't even ink that little girl, but that's all right. We'll leave it as that is. Now, could we add maybe a flower with her? It's a bit too much, isn't it? Where's the, oh, here's the other one. It doesn't want to come off. It doesn't have very many leaves, so maybe it wouldn't be too much. Kind of gets lost though, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know though. I like it. Maybe we need to take the stem off this. Let's do that. And then we can maybe give it a flower and a butterfly. I don't know. I don't know. Let's put that right there, and then we can bring our cute little butterfly after he gets inked and put him right there. Is that too much on that side? I think I like it. And then I'll get a very tiny, tiny, tiny number something here. What is he? Oh, that's not. Yeah. It might be. That might be where it comes from. These Tim Holtz pieces. Oh, look at this. April 15th, 1940. Let's, instead of the butterfly, I think we're going to give this child some numbers. Got an April 15th date right here that we could put on this, and it is very small. It's laying on the end of my finger. That's going to go right there for sure. I think I do like that. Or do we want to put the number on this side, skip the flower, and go with a butterfly? Where to go? Oh, right on the glue stick. Yes, we do. And we will put that number right there. Yeah, I like that. So let's get our butterfly down before I lose him. And we'll come back with a date. Would you believe we've done 2 pieces in 18 minutes? This might get quite a few done today, depending on how long I go here today with this video. Let's kind of put it so it looks as if it might be sitting on her shoulder. Oh. Make sure I get all my parts of my butterfly glued down. I didn't ink him either, but yeah, he probably would have been better inked. Wonder if I can pull him back up and let's see what we can do here. Get some good ink on my dauber. I didn't ink the outside of the other one, and I'm probably not going to go ahead and do that on this one. I will ink them when they go wherever they're going. Let's get the rest of my flowers. They're falling on the floor here. Back on my table. Pulled them off there with my hands. Accidentally. There we go. Alright. Now I probably lost my tiny little date. Does anyone see it? Where it went? Really? Oh man. believe I lost it. It's got to be here. But I probably just won't put anything on this. I'm just going to kind of add a little ink here and there because it's very hard with the glue to ink the whole thing. Yeah, that actually, and it's going over a little bit on the white parts. Yes, there we go. Now, let's see if we can locate. It's got to be right here. Takes very long. I'll quit. I'll quit looking, I promise. But I'm probably looking right at it, you know. But we'll lay her aside till I find it. When I find it, I'll add it back on there. I'll add it to it and scrape it on there. Well, that's just odd. Oh well. So we'll put you. Oh, there it is, clear up here. Look at that. You made it clear up there somehow. All right, now we can get her done and be finished with it. Okay, let's put the date here, April 15th, 1940. There we go. And I like that right where it is. So, I'm going to use my little bone folder gadget here. And once you get it started down, as long as you don't go over your edges, when it's a tiny little piece like this, you shouldn't have any problem. You want to just make sure it's very stuck. So go over it multiple times, because something like this, when you go to get it off there, you can't really put it back. It's so tiny. If it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. Yeah, like this one's not wanting to. Sometimes if you get these heated a little bit, they will come off a little easier if they're older ones. And rub-ons, when you get the older ones, a little hard to use sometimes. Let's see if it comes up better from the bottom. Come on. There it goes. It came off. Yes, it did, it did. And I'm going to take my little bone folder piece, and I'm just gonna gently make sure it's all good and down on the, it's sticking into that paper. That just helps burnish it down. There we go. So we have two done. I like it. And as you can see, definitely eclectic style, huh? Okay, let's do this big guy. I just like the white around him. I think I'm gonna leave it with the white. I thought maybe this would work for maybe the large bird, or maybe one of these for the large bird. Let's see what others I got here. Oh yeah. Or is it better like this? I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm not sure I like it on that one. It does fit on this one, so let's see what we have that we can layer him up with on this one. See what we have in our little pile or our little box that we can layer up here with him. Or, you know, she looks very pretty. I'm gonna lay her right there so I don't lose track of her. I really am not sure I want this bird, y'all. Let's try my other colorful bird on this and see if he fits a little better. I don't know, I just think he's popping out in all the wrong places, so to speak. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like that much better because I can put him on there. His head's held up. You are the star of the show, sir. And I also have this piece that I think would look really cool there. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it will work. It will work. Any more label-y type pieces? Of course, I could come along here and give it a field notes, figure 1, 2, 3, rather than that. Let's do a little bit of rub-ons and see what we get today. Rub on. And we want all of them, figure 1, 2, 3. Let's just do figure 3. And we'll do figure 3 for sure. Gonna do the field notes right here. The birdie's gonna go right here. And figure 3 is gonna go right here. Okay, so now we have that. Now we need some kind of a roundish type, ovalish type label for this. See what I have in my little label-y stash. Oh, there's an oval. Number 49. Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't like that one as well. I also have this little piece that you could use on here instead. That would give a little bit of variety, wouldn't it? I'll probably lose that little figure 3 now, but okay, we'll put it there. You are a strong, strong possibility to go here. Yes, I like you. And I almost need something not huge, but smaller behind my bird. Well, nope, you're not quite what I want. Maybe you are. Because it's very, very neutral. Ooh, I think I like that even better. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to put my figure 3 right up there with that. Yep. Oh, it's done. Decision made. Let's ink our edges of our label. Must have been one I printed some time ago and cut out, because I don't remember it. So I know it hasn't been recently. But it's inking very, very well, whatever I printed it on. Might have been, I don't know, it feels kind of smooth on the back, so I really don't know what I printed it on. So let's just see what I got. Make sure I don't put it on upside down either. And I'm just going to line it up with the edges of the white on this. There we go. Let's go ahead and ink our bird so he will be ready to go down. You know, actually could go ahead and glue him down, and then I can do the field notes and the figure. Let's just go ahead and get him down before I lose him on my table. Very bright, but when I start adding this vintage photo ink to the edges, it kind of dulled down the very edges. So I think this was fussy cut from a card where we bought a bunch at a sale one time. Somebody had an older person's scrapbooks for sale that had mainly cards, And then that she was a teacher, and students over the years after she retired would send her cards and let her know where they were, what kind of job they got, what they were doing, because that's what people used to do. They'd get encouragement from a teacher, and then they would, you know, send the teacher a note and say, hey, I made it. I got through college. I just graduated, or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm just running my mouth at the moment. It's what I do best sometimes. You ever look at something like, I keep looking at that word field, and the more I look at it, the more I feel like it's not spelled right, but I know it is. It's just sometimes all in how you look at things, isn't it? Just a matter of perspective. That's what life is. We each get our own perspective of everything. It's like the old story where you can get, what, 6 or 8 people watch the same auto accident and they're all going to tell a different story. Because they were looking at a different aspect, and they probably all would be quite accurate in their description. They just were focusing on something different than somebody else was at the time. Which is probably why there was an accident in the first place. If you really want to think about it. A lot of accidents are caused by people's distractions. Not all, but a good bit of them. I'll have some pieces I can pick up off my desk and add to my trash can today, and that was my goal. Look how that's turning out. How sweet. I do like it. I'm not being sarcastic. I really do like it. So maybe these aren't clusters. They're just decorated large labels. Clusters, I think, are just where you add a bunch of randomy kinds of things. And there's nothing... Ooh, do I want that? Or some other flower there? The label kind of gets lost on me there. With a large bird. So let's see what else I might have there along the line of... Ooh, we got this flower. I don't think one's gonna do it like the other. Although, I do like that. So we're going to cut you off right here. I probably have misplaced now that one that I had here that I cut apart earlier, so I have to make sure when I go to put things away that I don't miss it. Let's try the skin. I'm going to cut from this side because there's quite a lot of plastic fill on here around the sticker. So let's just cut down this way and cut it across like that. And see if we can get this sticker off the... Oh, look, did I get it? Yes, I did. First time. Cannot complain. I don't want to put it right in my birdie's beak there. Yes, and it looks like it's just growing out of the bottom of that. You know, I think I'm good with that. So we got 3 done. What time do we have? It's just now 33. Do we want to do a few more? I have this very pretty sticker of this lady watering the garden. So let's see if she fits on any of these that I have laying out here. Oh, here's one up here. You kind of got laid up there for some reason. I don't know why. I really don't mind that the lines are vertical, not horizontal on this, like lines usually are. What if I put her on the other side? I think I don't know. She seems to fit better on that side, though. I do know that. But I can also do a little fussy cutting to make my sticker skinnier. So let's just play with this sticker a bit. Because she's here, might as well use it. Let's see what I can do with making her. I'm going to cut the flowers off the back here. And while I'm at it, I might as well just take some of this excess white off around her. And it can just be inked. And I don't know why when I say inked, I sound like I'm from the South or something and have an accent, but nope. Born and raised right here where I am. Same town. Moved out of this town to a town that was, you know, right 5 minutes from here. 10 minutes. My house was probably 10 minutes from Belpre. 15 max. Not very far at all. And then after I lived there for a while, I moved back to Belpre, which was the place where I have grown up. Different house, different street, but it's the same town where I grew up as a kid. Now that I did that, she might look good on this piece. And if it were slightly bigger, she would. If I had, oh, I used the oval, didn't I? Let's see. I think she wouldn't work for a square either. I'm pretty sure of. I like her, but I don't think this is the right place for her. I said I was going to use up this blue butterfly. I've been trying to use him up for quite some time, so let's see what we can do with him. He's just a very large butterfly. It kind of makes it look like that's... He just doesn't work on these, so you're going back to the pot, so to speak. But I like that on there. And here is a little small butterfly that I can think again. We're going to fussy cut this guy slightly. I think he's from some kind of little bundle of ephemera of some kind, I'm sure. Because he's cut too perfect, and I'm not going to worry. They have little tiny antenna pieces. I'm going to cut those off. Because with a butterfly this small, you don't have to see little tiny antennas. So we're going to cut some of this excess off here and take it down right up to Mr. Butterfly's wings. Yes. Yes. Must be a good day, because on a bad day I'd say, oh no, I just cut his wing off. Today must not be that kind of a day to cut a wing off. There we go. Got that, and now I just, oh, I dropped him. Go around the rest of my wings, and he'll be just fine here. And I probably have a little Tim Holtz person that can go on here, or something along that line. Didn't get the other side. I left this wing a little bit white around it, so I'm just going to match up the other one. There we go. That's good for me. So let's ink it up, see what we get here, and see what we have to go with these label-wise and everything. So he is there. We've got a brown label. One of these brown labels would look really pretty that I have here, I think. Fashionable Ladies of Society. And something? I don't know, it's something. I also have this label that's black and white. It kind of contrasts well with that butterfly. Didn't know it was here. So I have that. Let's see if we have some other smaller label bits here that I can use, because I've used rub-ons on almost every one of these. So I'm looking more along the line of little label bit here somewhere. I also have this mini tag piece. What are you? Oh, there's a little Tim Holtz guy I said that I had sitting around. Wonder if he would go with this. Nah, I think he's a bit much. We've got this like this. I think we do need some label-ish things. So we've got that. And we need another tiny little snippety piece to go with that. So let's see what we got in probably the bottom of the barrel here. Oh, well, I found something, but it ran away as quick as I found it. Here is a very skinny list of numbers, so I can cut 2 of these off and use it here. We want 2, 4? Sure, why not? Yeah, 2, 4. And let's see what else I've got in the bottom of the container, because that's where all the tiny bits go when you have more than one here. Got a little flag, black and white flag. I got a little blue label and a little red label, and I got a brown number. I'm going in again. Here's a brown label and a piece of vintage photo something, and some smaller taggy like pieces. Oh, some tiny little numbers. Here we go. All right, now I think we can come up with something here now. 2, 4, you've been outdone. All right, so we want that about there. I'm gonna put this here and come back and let's say the brown label. What do you think? Looks like a mini little calculator there. Let's do that. And then we'll add the 73 to it somewhere. So let me start gluing things down, or sticking them down anyway. Start first with my lovely sticker here. These are newer ones that I got from Temu at some point. Of course, it's going to show me in, so I'm going to do like I've seen Pam on the Paper Outpost do. I'm going to ink this back of this and stick it down, since I can't seem to get the back off. We'll stick it down, back and all. Will it come up? Maybe in the future. But like she said, she'll be long gone and it won't matter anyway. And so will I. Let's get a little glue on our Mr. Butterfly. Or maybe it's a Mrs. I don't know the difference. Well, I do, but how do you tell on a butterfly? Whether it's a male or female butterfly, or are there male and female butterflies? That is truly the question. If anybody knows, comment below. Tell me, is there a difference between male and female butterflies? Yeah, obviously females lay eggs, but maybe the males are colored differently than the females, like the birds do. The males are the more beautiful bird of the species. Okay, so let's get this down, and after we get this one down, we're going to call it a day. Let's get you down here. Making just a little collage here with my little pieces. Forgot to ink. It's kind of hard to do once you got glue on it, I know, but sometimes it does stick to your finger when you do this. So you don't lose it when you're inking it. Alright, so there we go. And what if we put this one? Is that all we need? Is that 73 right there with all those other numbers? I think that's it. Yep. That's what it is. Let's get the edges in case I missed anything. We'll get these edges. And I think we managed to get 4 of these done, so I did half of my little stash. I busted through those quite quickly. Might as well, maybe off camera, I'll finish the rest of these. Then I can take a picture and add it here to the end of my video, and you'll see what the final products look like that I didn't get to do on camera. So, let's just, for the fun of it, see what happens if we put ink around these edges. See what it looks like. Ooh, look how it's taking the ink. I didn't know, but I love it. To just have that little brown edge around there. And then when you put this down on something, it'll just pop right up off the page, so to speak. Again, this will look great. Simple way to decorate pockets, tucks, tags. If you already have some things like this, you just put them on there, add a few more things, or maybe even nothing, and you've got it. So I think that's, I'm gonna call it quits, but this little dude here is just begging to be on one of these, so he's gonna get to go. And are we gonna give him a little number box to sit on, maybe? Yeah. Yes, we are. We are. Okay. I like him. So far, that's what I have. I have these little guys where he'll probably go on here as well. Not sure what else will go on here, but that's what I've got at this point. So I will, ooh, looky here. Ooh, I don't want to stop. Yeah, let's do that. Then we can put our red label with our other one, and I think that'll pull, we'll get another one here to pull everything together, and we'll be good. I do like that. All right, y'all, I'll go ahead and finish these. Like I said, I'll do the last 1, 2, 3, 4 of these off camera, and I'll take a photo of all them so you can see it at the end, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye for now.